Thurman vs Broner, Regis Prograis versus the world. We chop it up next. Please like and subscribe. Help us hit 10,000 subscribers. Leave us a comment. Welcome to Friday Check Hook. Lots of breaking rumors to break down. Keith Thurman is going to fight again this year. Errol Spence? Nah. Terrence Crawford? Nah. Against Sean Porter? Nah. Is it Manny Pacquiao? Nah. So who? How about the guy that got embarrassed by Manny Pacquiao and lost nearly every round? AB, Adrien Broner. Can we strip this joke that is Keith Thurman? Can we take his belt from him? This is getting ridiculous at this point. Pretty please. I want to get into that as well as the Regis Prograis scenario. But let's start with Keefy Poo, one of my favorite subjects. Keith Thurman. Let's ask this question. How bad did Adrien Broner look against Manny Pacquiao? Well, apparently so bad that Keith Thurman wants to fight him next. If you thought Josesito Lopez was a bad fight, and Josesito Lopez almost knocked him out. If you thought that was a cherry, now he wants to fight Broner, coming off an embarrassing loss to 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao. This is Broner apparently met with Al Heyman, his advisor, to discuss a fight with Keefy Poo. This is utterly ridiculous. Manny Pacquiao holds the lesser version of the WBA belt. Manny Pacquiao destroyed Adrien Broner, won at least 10 rounds in that fight. Completely one-sided mismatch against Adrien Broner. Keith Thurman called out Manny Pacquiao. Said, "I want to fight Manny Pacquiao." This is getting knocked out by Josesito Lopez. After the Josesito Lopez fight, he said that he wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. They could make that happen. He said that he didn't respect Terrence Crawford. So he doesn't respect Terrence Crawford, and he wants to fight Manny Pacquiao. He wants to call out Manny Pacquiao, and he's going to fight Adrien Broner. We know that he is. Again, I think this is it for Keith Thurman. I think he's cashing out. I think Pacquiao would beat him, may stop him. Broner, this is so uninteresting. If the WBA lets him keep his belt, if he does fight Adrien Broner, there is something drastically wrong with the World Boxing Association and something drastically wrong in the world of boxing. So he takes 2 years off, fights Josesito Lopez, and then fights Adrien Broner, and the World Boxing Association is going to let him keep his belt? How does this make any sense? It's an absolute joke. Keith Thurman is a laughingstock at this point. And I was listening to the Boxing Voice, and Ness Gibbs, who's a Keith Thurman fanboy, is trying to justify. He's like, Adrien Broner's a 4-division world champion. Okay. When was the last time he won a fight? Seriously, I can't remember the last time Adrien Broner won a fight. He hasn't won any of his last 3. I'm going to look it up real quick. But Adrien Broner is somehow going to get a world title shot after losing to Pacquiao? There's something drastically wrong. And Keith will take this fight. Keith Thurman is an absolute joke. If this fight does get made, which I'm hearing it very well could get made, there's something wrong in the world. Really. I know Adrien Broner is a draw. I know people like him. I know people flock to him. But at some point, you got to win a fight. And he has not won a fight in a very, very long time. Just so you know, the last time he won a fight was 2 years ago. Yeah. The last time he won a fight was 2 years ago. February of 2018. A split decision against Adrian Granados. That's what we got here. Since then, he lost to Mikey Garcia. Then he got a draw with Jesse Vargas and lost to Manny Pacquiao. It's an embarrassment. This is who he's fighting? Get real, guys. Get real. This is Keith Thurman. This is the guy that says he's the best welterweight in the world. This is him clearly cashing out. Okay? He doesn't think he can do it anymore. He doesn't want to fight Errol Spence. He doesn't want to fight Terrence Crawford. He doesn't even want to fight Sean Porter again. He wants to fight Manny Pacquiao and lose and cash out, or fight Adrien Broner. Hopefully he wins, but he might lose. Do you guys realize he almost got knocked out to Josecito Lopez and had to settle for a majority decision? I mean, he barely got by Josecito Lopez. Josecito Lopez is a fine fighter. Josecito Lopez is not a top 20 welterweight. Not a top 20 welterweight. Okay? So anyone better than that beats him. Because Josecito Lopez almost beat him. This guy's a complete joke. I mean, if you're still a Keith Thurman fan, if you're still supporting Keith Thurman, let me know what you like about him. Do you like this fight? I mean, are you that big of a fanboy where you think this fight with Adrien Broner, who hasn't won a fight in 2 years, is an interesting fight? I mean, let me know what you guys think. Is this for real? Adrien Broner? And again, I think this fight's going to happen. I really do. It just seems like an Al Heyman, Keith Thurman move. Al Heyman probably knows Keith is done. I don't think Keith wants it anymore. And so it's like, okay, well, look, whoever wins that fight gets another fight. And the loser goes away. If it's Broner, I get him a belt. And then he's a world champion. And then I can have him fight Errol Spence. I'm going to get killed by Errol Spence, but hey, it's a unification fight. If Keith Thurman wins, then I make Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao don't fight more than once a year anyway. So Pacquiao likely won't fight again till 2020. I'll have him fight him then. And if Broner wins, I'll fight him, have him rematch with Porter, or have him fight Garcia, or I'll just have someone come take his belt from him. But it's a good move for me. It's a good move for everyone except for the fight fan, right? I mean, it's a smart move for everyone except for the fight fan, because Keith Thurman's a joke. Adrien Broner's a joke. Let's have him fight for a world title. No. If that fight happens, World Boxing Association, WBA, take his belt from him. Take it from him. Because this is utter nonsense. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. This is what we're doing? Adrien Broner versus Keith Thurman? I mean, that's how bad Adrien Broner fought against Manny Pacquiao. Like, Keith Thurman is not interested in fighting him. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. But let me know what you guys think. Am I overreacting? And do you guys agree with me? I mean, what do you think about Adrien Broner fighting Keith Thurman? I mean, do you think Broner could win? Josecito Lopez almost beat him. So to say that, and he's not a puncher. Lopez is not a puncher. He's got like 19 knockouts in 40 fights or something. You know, he's not a puncher. So Broner can hit. McDonald said no one ever hit him harder than Broner. Broner can punch. So can Broner stop him? Broner's much quicker than Lopez. He hits harder. Could he win? I don't think that's ridiculous. I'm not saying that he would win, but I'm saying it's not ridiculous. Keith Thurman looked trash in that fight against Josecito Lopez. He's not a top 20 welterweight. Let's be real. He's not. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below on Keith Thurman in that situation. I want to get to this other thing. Regis Prograis maybe leaving the World Boxing Super Series tournament for financial reasons. I've been a big fan, a big supporter, a big advocate of the World Boxing Super Series. I don't know if it's working out right now. Regis Prograis' manager, his name is Sam, and I'm going to butcher this last name, Kakovsky, Sam Kakovsky, stated that he hasn't gotten paid for the Turbo Terry Flanagan fight. He hasn't gotten paid all of his money for the Flanagan fight, and he wants money for the semifinal bout against Relic to be put in an escrow account. And the World Boxing Super Series isn't jumping at that, which seems, if you haven't paid me for fight A and I want to see the money for fight B, you say, no, I can't show you that money. Look, these guys are putting their lives on the line. That's not an inappropriate thing to ask for. You know what I'm saying? This is not a game of dice, where even in a game of dice, you put your money out for everyone to see it, so you know that it's good. I mean, if you haven't paid me and then you want me to fight again, and you can't show me the money, I mean, it's a shame too, because I've been a big fan, and I wanted to see this come to fruition. Anyway, Prograis' manager, Kakovsky, went on to say that they are stalling Regis' career out at a time that there's a lot of significant opportunities for him. They said that they would prefer to stay in the tournament, and we're having discussions to see if they can put our concerns at ease. We want to figure out a solution. We don't want to withdraw from the tournament. Regis wants to fight for the belts. If everything is put to ease in our mind, fine. but there are still financial issues surrounding the tournament, and these are delays. Was Regis was supposed to fight in the semis in February. Obviously, we're in February. That's not going to happen in February. It's probably not happening any earlier than April. So, I mean, this is obviously a problem. We've heard Josh Taylor's had problems with it. There's just been a ton of problems with it, and it's a shame. But so where does Regis Prograis go from here? I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. And yes, I would like to see it come to a culmination. He beats Relic. Josh Taylor beats Branchik. They fight each other. That's the fight everyone wants to see, right? The best in the UK, the best from the United States, both undefeated, both these huge punching prodigies, both excellent fighters, all world. Put them in the ring. It's a great fight. And it is a great fight. But if we can't have, I think the options on the other side are actually a little bit better. Like I said, Prograis versus Taylor would be great, but if not, look, that's okay. We have options for Regis. He could fight Jose Carlos Ramirez on ESPN. We know Regis fought on ESPN before. It's not a problem. Get him the WBC belt. Jose Carlos Ramirez. I'm sorry. Jose Carlos Ramirez versus Regis Prograis would be a great fight. I think it's one Prograis could win. It'd be a practical fight. He could face Mighty Mo Hooker. Look, Eddie Hearn and DAZN looking work with anybody. But why not make that fight? Hooker versus Prograis can sell it in Texas. It'd be a great fight. You bring in New Orleans, you bring in Houston, you bring in Dallas. It'd be a big event. Make a lot of money. I think it'd be a great fight. You could put it on ESPN or DAZN. I mean, they would work that out if they could, and that's a great fight. Or, just like option B, Avenue B, Regis Prograis fights Ramirez or some other guy or some 147 pounder. He fights a 147 pounder, and then he fights Terrence Crawford. Get him a sensational knockout against the 147 pounder, or have him get the WBC belt off of Ramirez, and then he fights Terrence Crawford in a huge pay-per-view event. And that thing would be a pay-per-view hit. Like that would hit. I think that would do 2-3 times what Amir Khan does. I think it does better than Spence and Mikey, because it's a real fight. It's a fight that people will pick Prograis, right? It's a real fight. It's a great fight. 2 unbeaten superstars of the sport. Put them in the ring, pay-per-view. And look, I don't want to hear this thing, well, Prograis this Crawford's bigger. He's a natural welterweight. No, he's not. He came up from 135. Prograis started at 140. Crawford, like I said, when Crawford was at 140, he won't be a small welterweight. Prograis won't be a small welterweight. Crawford actually starts at a smaller size than Prograis did. Right? So, I don't want to hear that Crawford's too big for him. Crawford's not too big for him. It's a fair fight. It's a good fight. And it, again, you're at the sound of my voice, you know you're interested in that fight. You would love to see that fight, especially if we get Prograis one more big win on ESPN or whatever it may be. So if he drops out of the tournament, I mean, those are his options. Ramirez and then Terrence Bud Crawford in a mega fight pay-per-view attraction. Why not do it? And let's be real. If Prograis drops out, and that does become a reality, Josh Taylor's right behind him. I'm telling you right now, because that's where the money is, right? So we could get that fight anyway. So Prograis dropping out of the tournament's a little bit disappointing, but it's not the end of the world, especially if you're a Prograis fan, because you may get a bigger fight now. Prograis is becoming a star. I mean, he really is. And you can sell him over in the UK, and they love Turbo Terry Flanagan over there. You saw what Prograis did to him. So Prograis is becoming a star. So you can sell him at a pay-per-view fight with Crawford after he beats Ramirez on a big ESPN card, like it's everyone's interested in, would be awesome. It would be great. Let's do that. Let's book that. Who would you rather see him fight? And I'm being serious, right? So my hypothetical, he fights Ramirez, and then he fights Bud Crawford, or he fights Relic and Taylor. I'm not, either one are fine, but you tell me, which one would you rather see? Because I think those are both great options. So if he does drop out of the tournament, it's not that big of a deal. And we haven't even talked about Hooker. Could you imagine, a Prograis versus Hooker fight would be awesome. Like, there are so many good options for him that it's unfortunate that he has to drop. If he does drop out, it's understandable, and no one expects you to fight for free, especially these types of guys. I mean, these aren't sparring partners. These are world beaters. And they're asking you to fight a world beater, and you don't know that you get paid. you'd be crazy to take it. But let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Would you rather see Prograis stay in and fight Relic and then, Taylor Baranchik? Or would you rather have him go the option that I suggested, where he fights Ramirez and then he fights Terrence Bud Crawford on Hate Review? Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. For Friday's Check Hook, from Texas to the world, this is 3D Boxing, signing off, saying thank you, and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.